Hey, welcome to live trading with Grandpa Sees the Blinking. This is the 15-minute chart, and shortly I'm going to go through it with you and explain why trading the 15-minute or higher time frames will limit your risk hugely, hugely, and probably give you more profits 95% of the time, if not more. So, wow, what's going on here? Well, we have a whale alert for Friday with a strike price of $1.70. It's a put option sweep with bullish sentiment. Uh, and we came within 1 penny of getting to 170 today. I believe with a sweep they have to actually hit it. I'm not sure how it's options, but it is a whale alert, and I think you're going to see when it's going to break 170 tomorrow or Friday for sure. So, uh, but anyway, just Grandpa's not an option guy. I can tell you that. You know the range, and I'm going to talk about spaceships here, electric spaceships. I'm going to tell you all about that shortly. Well, a little bit Grandpa knows about it, which is quite extensive actually. Range for tomorrow, I think we're going to range between Tesla between 164 to 179 range, pretty much within a dollar or so. And volume divergence, we got pulled down with that divergence. Grandpa was telling you, we had lower volume on higher prices 2 days in a row, and Grandpa, it's early warning, and by George, we might have had CPI come out bad, but we also had divergence as part of the reason we took this dip. So Grandpa knows stuff. Don't even worry about it. Hey, if you would, don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice. Grandpa's entertaining. You'll find that out in time. And like, share, and subscribe. Watch some of my previous live streams. You'll see that Grandpa knows stuff and is, um, Grandpa does very well. It wouldn't hurt to try to figure out what Grandpa's doing. Grandpa's trying to figure out what Grandpa's doing. But anyway, so today volume fell by 18 million shares on lower prices, which they consider a good thing, and it reduces your overall risk. So, but it tells Grandpa we're probably going to go down more. That's what it tells Grandpa. Uh, so, we're going to talk a little bit about the 15-minute candles versus the 5-minute for profit again. Um, but now let's talk about the electric spaceship with FSD. Do you know that Tesla is the most valuable car maker in the world? Did you know that SpaceX is the most valuable spaceship company in the world? Uh, hey, on a little different note, ARC's largest holding now is Tesla. Matter of fact, they are holding the most Tesla stock right now, I think, that they ever have, or close to it. Um, so, SpaceX carried in 2023 80% of the payload into orbit. Of everything in the world that was sent up in space, they hauled 80% of the payload. They are light years ahead of everybody else. Uh, they're further ahead in the space business than Tesla is in the car business, and Tesla's pretty far ahead of almost everyone except for probably BYD in regard to electric cars. And let's see, Tesla sold 20% of all electric vehicles in the world in 2023, which is really impressive. But compared to what SpaceX is doing here in 2023, it's you got to keep in mind if they give Elon his pay package, it's Grandpa's hope that they'll start making these thrusters for these electric uh, spaceships. Let Tesla put up a plant and supply SpaceX type of deal, bring in a little extra money for Tesla because SpaceX only can do so much. They ain't gone public yet. I don't think they'll go public until, so you can't trade SpaceX. But if they go public, you can, and that's going to be wild. I'll tell you. If Elon, when he needs money to go to the Mars and his expedition up there to generate the money, that would be when he would take SpaceX public. At that point, I think. Wonder if Grandpa will be around to see that in 5 years. I don't know with this cough I got. But okay, so as far as all right, so the electric spaceship motors can't take the spaceship off of Earth. Okay, they're not designed for that. They're more like thrusters. If you watch Captain Kirk, Star Trek, you know all about thrusters. That kind of stuff. That's where I got educated. But when they put the satellites up in space, and there's thousands and thousands of them up there, and they're going to have like, SpaceX is going to have like 45,000, I think it was by 2030 or something like that. They'll have 45,000 satellites. But these satellites have little electric thrusters up there. And they're trying to get them where they can actually burn the energy off of the air, which is in the lower orbit. There is a tiny amount of air that they might be able to utilize. And but what these thrusters, it's kind of like a turtle. They do require a small, tiny amount of propellant to work. They have their, just like electric motor, they have the magnet that goes around an electric motor and makes these ions that come out the back. And it starts off slow where you probably get 100 miles, gain 100 miles a minute type of deal. But they can go over a small period of time. They can go way faster than any rocket with just a tiny amount of energy, tiny, and go, So if they want to go to the outer reaches of space, to the asteroid belt or Mars or whatever. I mean, the asteroid belt is way past Mars. But so for longer trips, they can really get rocking and rolling, and with these thrusters. But right now, Tesla's using them, or SpaceX is using them to move their satellites around, positioning them, get them in the right areas so that they can provide internet for the whole world is the goal. And Elon will achieve it. It's phenomenal. And I don't remember the number of people that are already using Starlink, but it's phenomenal, and it's just growing and growing and growing for SpaceX. So, but yeah, Grandpa wants to see SpaceX give Tesla a little, throw him a bone and let him make some of these electric thrusters and Uh, these guys are all working together all the time anyway. These engineers they got the brains. Elon, I was watching a video on Elon, and he was talking about what he likes to play for video games, and he said it like his favorite of all time was Civilization, and there was another one that was very similar to Civilization. Grandpa's never played that one, but I play Civilization while I'm trading quite often on one of my computers. When I get bored watching for 7, 8 hours, I'll play Civilization. But Elon's comment was, like if you play chess, you probably got 28 or 30 possible moves to think about. Not that complicated. But if you play Civilization on any given play, you got to probably run through 1,000 different scenarios, if not more. And if you do the wrong one, you're going to lose. Now, I've never won the hardest level of Civilization. I've won the second to the hardest several times, but I've yet to win the hardest. Now, my youngest son, before he went to Bible college, he could beat the hardest, and he's a little smarter than his grandpa, I'll tell you that. But he went to Bible college, and he don't even play anymore, and he's mastered it. He's interested in doing messages and sermons now, and that's where he's got his mind. but anyway, he and Elon, of course, has beat the hardest level. But Grandpa's still trying. I've been trying now for about 10 years to beat the hardest level, and but I haven't beat it yet. But I've come close. Well, why is Grandpa talking about this? Who knows? Yeah, so CPI came out hotter than expected for the third month. Rate cuts less expected, and like Tesla's interest sensitive because most people got to borrow to buy a car. But we have the Mega Pack and the Robotaxi that don't have this problem, and probably Optimus. The high interest rates with Robotaxi, and why I think Elon is putting an emphasis now on Robotaxi to get through this time until we get lower interest rates. While we have a lull in the car business, the Robotaxi can step up and take up the slack along with Mega Pack and a few other things they got rocking and rolling, and Tesla will be fine. Tesla will be fine. Now let's talk about this 15-minute chart. I made it bigger so that it's more clear for you to see. So you would have got in right at 178 within 10 cents and on the 15-minute, and you would have went short. With a cash account you can't, but with a margin account you can. And you would have got out, worst case scenario, at 171. If you're watching what you were doing, you'd have probably got the signal 25 cents sooner. But so you made a solid $7, and then you could have went long, made another $1, $1.50, whatever, and you would have made eight to $8.50. And the beauty of this, and the most important part, is you have less margin for error. Anytime you're going in and out on bear flags and bull flags and buy and sell signals, you're putting yourself in jeopardy. Okay? Here's the 5-minute, and I'm going to try to show you that. I got to make sure I'm on the right day, and I got this thing way out of whack. So we will get it adjusted. Okay, there's the end of the day. I got it big so you can see it. I hope I'm on the right day. Oh, yeah, I think I am. The 10th. Okay, so here's the 5-minute. This is the one Grandpa traded today. And I didn't make the $7. I made, I got to get back to here. I made just $5 going down before I got my sell signal here and got out. And then I rebought just because I'm stubborn down here at 170.75. Could have made $2, but I held out to the end of the day and ended up with $1. But look at the back and forth as I scroll this thing along. I mean, we had a $2 to $2.50 range all day, back and forth, back and forth. That will kill you in trading. It will absolutely kill you in trading. And here's where I picked up $1 at the end of the day. So I ended up making $700, but I could have easily made $900 had I been in the 15-minute chart or the 30-minute or the hourly instead of the 5-minute. And I sat and watched it all day because I knew it was moving sideways and I didn't want to get in on it. By the way, we're down about $1 after hours. I expect it to open about pretty close to where it closed tomorrow, but Grandpa don't know. I'm usually wrong on that stuff anyway. 30-minute. Look at this beautiful. You would have got out here at the close and you would have made your $7, and that's difference. The difference, you making 900 instead of 700, and I had to do 2 trades, but I could have easily got caught up in going back and forth, except I recognized that it was sideways, and I just didn't want to get in on it. Here's the hourly. Absolutely beautiful. You probably stayed in it till 8 o'clock and got out just before the close. But you wouldn't have made any more. You would have ended up, you might have made 25 cents more. It ain't worth it. Just go with your candles, get out, and have your fun. Oh, I better get off here. It's getting to be too long. Yeah, spaceships, thrusters, electric, ion thrusters, and full self-driving spaceships. These spaceships, they're self-learning. Everything Tesla does is self-learning. Wait till Grandpa gets his robot trading. When I teach my robot to trade the candles, I'm going to put him on the 15-minute, and I'm going to show him the 15-minute and 30-minute, and we're just going to relax and make money while Grandpa plays Civilization and tries to beat I don't know what I'm going to do. What if I ever win the highest level? What will I do? Well, I'll help teach Optimus to trade shares. That's what I'll do. Think about eternity. Think about eternity once in a while. Grandpa does. See you later. Good luck tomorrow.